it's Miss Karen. We are working on the letter G. G as in like grapefruit, or G is for grapes. G is for girl, gumdrops, glasses. So we got a couple of little worksheet pages, and then we're going to read The Great Race. So first off, let's do our pages here, because that's helping us look at and remember what the letter G is, and it's giving us some pictures and stuff to help us put that visual thing in our mind of things that start with these different letters. So this says, circle the pictures that start with the same sound as garden. So G goes g, g, g. So let's look at these. So what is this? This looks like a book. And what's this? This is something, it's kind of interesting to see this on here. This is a gas pump. So when your mom and dad have to put gas in the car, you know, they go to the gas pump. And what does this stuff look like? Let me give it a little color here as we're thinking about it. It's starting to green up. It's trying to be spring out. Maybe not today, not at my place. We have grass. And then, oh, what's this guy? Oh, it's going to scare me. We see these guys at Halloween. Ghost. That sounds like that G. Sound. What else do we have? Oh, what's this? Oh, it looks like we have maybe some lettuce over here. And maybe, you know, those guys look like they might be some tomatoes starting to get ripe. And I don't know, these might be carrots in here. You won't see the orange carrot part, but we got the leaves sticking up. So what's the area that we grow these things in? Maybe, you know, someone's has one of these every year. It's the time of the year we start planting them, at least in our greenhouse. This is a garden. Garden. And guess what? I gave you another one. Greenhouse. Okay, here's something. Some of you probably aren't allowed to chew this yet, but most grown-ups like to chew it. And it even spells it out. G-U-M. Gum. Gum helps freshen our breath, helps keeps our mouth kind of lubricated with the saliva. And what else do we have here that makes that garden sound? What are these? You know, some of you might actually be wearing a pair of glasses. You know, or maybe your parents wear glasses. What's this? Looks like a desk. Does that does that sound like the g sound? No. And what's this? You know, a lot of the kids that go to school, they have this. It's a book bag or a backpack. That doesn't make a g sound, does it? And what's over here? We have a car. So car, garden, grass. Nope, that's not the same. And then, oh, what's this one? The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. Wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. Not exactly sure how that sound goes, but pretty close. Well, it's a bus. That doesn't make the g sound, does it? We got one more on our page. What is this? Just this part right here. Looks like a piece of a fence, huh? But you get a long fence. Every now and then you have to have one of these to open to get through the fence. That's a gate. So we got to circle that because that makes the g sound. Okay, so let's put our name up here on the page, because that's what we do. That way teachers know who did the work, who gets the star in the book, and what parent gets to take it home. So I'm Miss Karen. I'm putting my name up there, and we're going on to our next page. This one is a color by number. I know it's trying to be spring, and you guys probably, I don't know, a few of you might be able to make out what it is. Maybe not. I think we'll do this one with our color pencils. Looks like we only have 4 colors. Brown, red, green, and yellow. So I'll get my brown. My red has disappeared. Where is my red pencil? Oh, it's still hiding in the box. Silly pencil. Here's my red. Come on, red. Okay, I need my yellow. And then I need green. Okay, so then I'm going to put the rest back in my box. That way they're not kicking around in the way. You know, it kind of helps your parents out or who's ever taking care of you. When you pull something out, you know, after you get 2 or 3 things out, stop. You know, put a few things up. It just helps keep things neater, and people don't have to work so hard, because it's kind of hard always picking stuff up. But if you take it out, you should pick it up. So what I like to do is take my color, and I put a little color by the number. So 1 is brown, our 2s are red, 3s are green, and our 4s are yellow. So it just kind of helps me in my mind. I'm seeing the color and the number, so I'm making sure I get my right pencil. So, first one, number 1 is brown. So, here's some ones. And I'm just going to put a little bit of color on them. I'll go back and I'll color them all in a minute. I'm just kind of looking to get some color here. And just find them. And it's okay if we miss maybe 1 or 2. And there's a lot of 1s on this. I got some 1s down here, and a 1, and a 1, and a 1. Okay, now I'm going to go back, and I can color them. Color all the ones that I put a little color on. I don't want to color his eyes too much yet. And this looks like it might be his head up here, so we'll give this a little color. And then let's color ours. I don't know what that is. I think this might be his hand and his arm. I have to get them all colored. So I think I know what it is, but I don't want to give it away just yet. I mean, these kind of look like little arms. Definitely a face. You know, this isn't something we see this time of the year. These are sometimes you eat around the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas. You guys will see these. You know, hopefully somebody will make you some. I really love these. They're super tasty. And they're really good right out of the oven, but they need some clothes on them. They need a little frosting and icing on them to make them really taste good. Okay, so now our next colors are 2, are red. So let's look for some number 2s. Here's 2s. There's a 2 and a 2. So, oh, that looks like a little red bow. See any more 2s jumping out? Not right away. Okay, so now we're going on to 3, which is green. Now, looks like we got a lot of 3s here. There's 3, 3, 3. See, and I'm just putting some color on them. That's 3, 3, 3. All those are 3s. 3 3s. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3s. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of 3s. Okay, let's start coloring in these 3s. See, when you put the color on them, then instead of having to do each little one and being careful, because I've already kind of plotted my color where it needs to go, then I can go a little bit faster. Try and stay in the lines. It's okay if we go outside. But we try. Try to keep it in the lines as best we can. Happy little mistakes. There was a painter called Bob Ross. Every time he'd do something wasn't quite right in his mind when he started to put paint on the canvas, he'd just call it a happy little mistake and he would just go with it. I kind of like that. It's a good philosophy to have in art. You know, there's no mistakes. You can always, if it is a mistake, you can always turn it into something different, and then no one would ever know that it was a mistake. And even you, I bet when you make a happy little mistake and it turned into something different, maybe not what you originally wanted, but then you can look back and go, hey, that's pretty cool. At first I thought I really screwed something up when I was working on this, but then I went and, I did something a little different. And I fixed my mistake. It turned out really great. Okay, so that looks like the 3s. The next one is 4s, which is yellow. So let's start up here. So, have you guys figured out what this is yet? Yeah, it's really starting to look like something, huh? It's making me hungry. This is a gingerbread man. So G is our letter that we've been working on. Okay. G is for gingerbread man. And right now, we're coloring some of the frosting on them. Because when you cut out gingerbread man, because most of the cookies you think of are kind of roundish, like chocolate chip cookies. But gingerbread man, you have to roll out the dough really flat, and then you take a cookie cutter, and you cut them out, and then you put them in the oven on the cookie sheet. Okay, so there's our gingerbread man. He looks pretty good, looks kind of tasty. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that he'd be a lot tastier if I could smell him coming out of the oven. Okay, so we're going to take that. We are done with our coloring and looking at letter G, and we're going to read this book called The Great Race. These are kind of like the early readers. This one's a level 2, so still a good preschool reader. And I'll read this kind of slow so that if some of you are learning to read still, you can follow along and follow the words. So, The Great Race by David McPhail. And where's my pencil? So. All of the barnyard animals were bored. Let's have a race, said the cow. Where? Asked the duck. See, there's a lot of barnyard animals there. Let's race around the world, said the goose. That's too far, said the rooster. Around the barnyard, said the pig. The animals lined up at the barnyard gate. When do we start? Asked the duck. When I say go, said the dog. The rooster started to run. You said go, he called. So I'm going. Yep, there he is. He's taking off. That silly rooster. They're always running somewhere. The other animals ran after him. First the duck, then the goose, the cow, and the dog. The pig was last. So yeah, rooster's running around, and here's our ducks, and the pig, and the dog, and the cow. But the pig tripped and fell. He rolled downhill, past the goose, the duck, the cow, and the dog. He rolled right on top of the rooster. Oof, said the rooster. The other animals stopped to see if anyone was hurt. I'm fine, said the rooster. I'm dizzy, said the pig. The race continued. As the rooster ran past the hen house, the hens cheered loudly. But he slipped in the mud. So did everybody else. All but the pig. He was used to running in the mud. Y'all gonna need a bath now. The pig passed the other animals. The race was almost over. Went the pig. Clump, clump, clump. Went the cow. Went the dog. The duck, the goose, and the rooster used their wings to go faster. Flap, flap, flap. And the animals reached the gate at the very same time. Yeah, looks, they all crossing the finish line at the same time. That was a tough race. I won, cried the duck. Me too, said the goose. So did I, said the cow. The rooster bowed. I'm the greatest. I'm top dog, said the dog. I'm a champ, said the pig. And they all were very happy as they walked off to rest. Look, all their bottoms are still muddy. They better go find some water and rinse off. Okay, so while we're here, I'm seeing these on the back of the page. These are some sight words that we need to be working on, so let's go over them real fast. We have face, race, brace, grace, and place. So see how all those kind of rhymed a little bit? Face, race, brace, grace, place. Okay, let's do our next row. Bow, or is it bow? Uh-oh. That's a word that's spelled the same way, but can be pronounced two different ways. I'm going to say bow, like you bow over, like, you know, you see Chinamen, they bow, they take a bow. Okay, so bow, cow, how, now, wow. Okay, now let's look at our last words. Map, clap, flap, trap, strap. All right, there's some good words. So that was the great race. Letter G is in the word great there. And we read some of the words like gate. That was also a letter G. So, good job. I have another book or two to read on the letter G, but we're going to just read them as separate books. No work pages. You can just listen and look at the pictures. So I'll see you on the next one.